Good morning, my beautiful friends. This is your wake up call with Maui Paul. I am Maui Paul. We are here today to say some nice things about ourselves. We're going to be working through my I Am deck. This deck is full of positive affirmations. And so, what we're going to do is I'm going to pull a card off the top. I'm going to ask you if you are the affirmation on the card. You're going to respond, I am the affirmation on the card. And then, as we do that, we are going to work through it together. So, let's have some fun. And let's pull one off and say that today I am focused. I am focused. My actions are aligned with my desired outcomes. So I am focused. My actions are aligned with my desired outcomes. Are you focused? You are focused. Your actions are aligned with your desired outcomes. So if you said that out loud, you are already well on the way to believing it. See, when I say something, it's possible for you to believe it. You might believe it, you might not believe it. But when we say things ourselves, it is so very easy for us to believe it. And good morning. Oh, I'm seeing all this stuff come in. I'm seeing all these comments come in. This makes me happy. So I'm gonna write a comment too. I'm gonna say that today I am focused. My actions are aligned with my desired outcomes. There we go. So I am also focused today. And as we write this stuff down and as we see everybody else write it down, it's so much easier for us to believe it. It's so much easier for us to think to ourselves, huh, maybe I am focused today. Maybe there are ways in my life that I can focus. Maybe there's certain things that I'm focusing on. This card is our permission slip to focus on the things that are most important and to recognize in any situation that we could focus on an infinite number of things. And somebody once said that life is 10% what happens and 90% how we feel about it. And so we get to choose what to focus on. Life is going to happen. Things are going to go differently than we plan. That's life. And yet, when that occurs, we have this incredible power to focus on the part of it that we choose. I've seen people pull a really good perspective out of a really lousy situation, and I've also seen people have a wonderful situation in their hands and be bitter and angry about it. I've seen both, and I've been both. And I remember one time I was living in Costa Rica, and I was living in a beautiful home, and I was really mad because this beautiful home that I was living in, that I was getting paid to live in, this home just wasn't really built to an American quality standard. It had some quirks and features, and it wasn't exactly built to, it was defying my expectations. And so I had to run into town to buy like an extension cord to connect some extension, some of the outlets together, for whatever reason, because it was built by Costa Rican people and not to an American code. And I was complaining about the house. And I remember that my companion at the time turned to me. We were having a lunch at a restaurant, and she turned to me and she said, Do you realize how bitter that you're being? How bitter that you're being?" She's like, "You are getting paid to live in a place where people, the people who own the place have worked their entire lives to have it, and you're complaining about it." And I made a decision then. I realized that she was right. And I made a decision and I said, I'm not going to be bitter about this. I'm going to see the best in every situation. So that was something really important in my world. I realized that I can choose. I couldn't choose how the house was built. I couldn't choose how it was annoying me that day, but I could choose to focus on the positive aspects. The fact that I got to live in a foreign country and I got to watch somebody else's stuff, that I was trusted. I was sufficiently trusted for that. So I got to focus on that. I got to focus on the fact that I basically just count my blessings. So right now I'm focusing on the fact that I have a whole bunch of folks here watching this wake up call. So good morning, Jelly. I see you. Good morning, Shauna. Good morning, Lauren. Good morning, Jeffrey. Good morning, Brenda Jean. Let's see who else has commented here. I think that's it for right now. But thank you, everybody, for being focused on being here, for being focused on ourselves. We have a great step up in life today because we just recognize. Good morning, Sylvia. I see that you're here. We have a wonderful step up in life today because we recognize that we are focused on the things that are important to us and that we can align our actions to our desired outcomes so that when we're sitting around or we have perhaps a we have a temptation to go into a scroll hole or to waste time or to go into any one of the hiding places that exist for all of us instead of doing the things that we know we have to do in order to get to the place that we'd like to get to. We can remember that we're focused and we can remember to focus on the right things. So I am focused today, and you are focused too. And at 9 p.m. tonight, we are going to revisit this card, and I'm going to consider how I was focused today. And I invite you to join me as we continue to do that. I want to say thank you so much to the folks who share this stream and who play with me on this stream, who play these games, because as we do, we are really creating this amazing spot on the internet. And if you believe that there's anybody in your world who needs to be here in the morning so that they can correctly focus on the things that are important to them instead of focusing on the things that are that the world asks us to focus on. You know, we have these devices in our worlds that are always reasonably close by and have the incredible ability to distract us from our focus. And today and this week, we are determined to move intentionally toward our dreams. This is our weekly card. We are determined, and the way that we are determined today is by recognizing that we are focused. So I see oh, Brennan Jean, you're so funny. What he's trying to say is please share the stream. You darn right. Um, and it's wonderful to see what you guys are all focused on. And it's an absolute pleasure to help everybody be focused on the things that are important to us. Because the more that I'm surrounded by people who are focused on the things that they care about and excited and just gung ho for life, the better off that my life is too. Because the dreams that live inside of your heart get to exist in the world. So I will see you guys at 9 p.m. tonight, where we will once again go through the card and really see how it manifested in our lives. I want to say thank you again for showing up and having fun with me, and aloha from paradise.